Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 80 now of the TNA TW series, and this is our go-home show on the road to TNA Genesis, the first pay-per-view of 2016 for us. 4 pre-show matches, 12 segments, the usual kind of get-up. We're booking it again, as you can see here, from the Giant Centre, Tri-State region, Hersey, Pennsylvania. We're just trying again to capitalise on good popularity in the Tri-State region, and hopefully one step closer, as I keep stressing, to get to national. We'll go through the show, we'll have a look at everything, and then we'll kick on. We'll see the card for the pay-per-view. I've got most of it written out. There'll be some additional matches just to fit folk into the pay-per-view, make sure we get as good a rating as possible. But without further ado guys, here we go. So 4 pre-show matches. First up, the usual, in a extremely short match, Brian Cage defeats DJZ in 5:21 with a total eclipse. 57C-. Another match just continually putting Brian Cage over. I just think we need more TV time to enable to push him and give him TV time, which will hopefully get him to the next level. I don't know if I'm going to push him as a Central Championship guy. He seems to be kind of a wee bit too big for the X Division. But a good win for him. Very few negatives there, just low morale in that. And really maybe should look at pushing DJZ. But we'll see what we can come up for Zeno Ion or whatever he's called. We'll go. I do feel there is potential, but I don't know, there's something about him I just don't have faith in him at the moment. Next match, an extremely short match. Vivian Thompson, I used the suggest a name tool to give Alicia Fox a TNA name with Vivian Thompson. She defeats Rosita in 4:54 with the axe kick. She debuted a Diva gimmick which got an 88 rating. Rosita was off for Gabe, and that's going to explain with the 40D-, but we'll give her a couple of pre-show matches just to get her up to scratch. We'll see how over she is and what kind of momentum it gives her, and hopefully she'll kick on there. But all the negatives were mostly for Rosita, so that's a good start for hopefully Vivian Thompson as we go to push her eventually in the Knockouts division. An extremely short match, another one that had a suggested name was Sila Tupe, aka Manu or Alpha Jr. He defeated Amazing Red in 5:05 with the lights out. Basically there was a wee news item that said this guy's, like, a lot of folk were tipping him to be something good, so I'm like, okay, we'll sign you in a long term deal, we'll try and push you as a kind of Simone Savage, like an Umaga, just something like that, try and play off that heritage. But debuted the Simone Savage gimmick, which only got a 22 rating. The crowd were turned off because it was 2 jobbers, understandable, and it was a 21E-, but we'll hopefully push him. And Amazing Red was improving his performance skills, so that'll take time with him, but that's why he's going to be in the pre-show for at least a year. And then we'll click him on and get him into the main card eventually. And the final pre-show match, in a match that had some good action and average heat, the Model Citizens defeated RVD and Mr. Anderson in 7:39 when Harry Smith defeated Mr. Anderson by pinfall. 58C-, just basically giving Harry Smith the momentum. With him being a main eventer, I think I'm going to try and push him maybe into solo competition, either that or the Killer Elite Squad. I'm really unsure, one of the two. But Mr. Anderson takes the benefits of this match, improving his performance skills and his flying skills. Negatives again, holding back, inconsistency, fatigue, various things for various wrestlers, but it's okay for the pre-show. Now let's get cracking on with the main parts of TNA Impact Wrestling. So we start off, Kurt Angle comes out, he's going to book a match for the pay-per-view. He books CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and that is going to go down this Sunday at Genesis, and I get a 75B-. So that's already been booked, don't worry about that. An extremely short match, Ivelisse Velez defeated Vida Scott in 5:05 by pinfall. I get a 48D+. Ivelisse is improving her performance skills. Not bad considering maybe Vida Scott's not the greatest wrestler, but it was somebody to put Ivelisse over, and that does its job there, so a 48D+ for them. Next up, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Ricochet defeats Soldier Ant in 8:44 by using underhanded tactics, 66C+. Not sure how this is going to work because I was tempted to go with this at pay-per-view. I was hoping it would score maybe a 70 odd. But we'll see. We'll maybe push that in at the pay-per-view as the next division match. That remains to be seen. I was kind of making it let Ricochet look at the match and go, oh, he was actually not too bad an opponent. He may get a title shot down the line, but we'll see with that. Next up, in 6-man action, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Hawkins and Team 3D defeat Austin Aries and the Wills in 10:24 when Hawkins defeated Eddie Edwards by pinfall with a taste of pain. Only a 63C, which is disappointing. I thought with Team 3D and Rolls usually get good tag matches, adding in Hawkins and Aries would maybe added to the rating, but obviously not. But it continues both storylines, and I'll see. I'm unsure. I'm going to go with the tag match. I think it's probably still going to be Team 3D against the Hollywood Supernovas and maybe the Wolves into some sort of tag team #1 contendership match, but we'll see. But anyway, Hawkins has changed to a party starter gimmick. He was a bit stale with his previous gimmick and it wasn't getting over as much, so he's went to that, and Austin Aries improves his performance skills. Well, not bad, not great, but you know, these are guys, Hawkins and everybody in the heel side of things are all people we could be looking to push in the future, so we'll see what happens with them. Next up in a match that has some good action but not much in the way of heat, EC3 defeats Rhino in 6:57 with a headlock driver. I got a 62C. Rhino's improving his performance skills, does its job. EC3 getting over as a face in the upper mid card, and hopefully we can maybe push him somewhat. Just need to get him a proper feud. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Samoa Joe defeated MVP in 8:50 by pinfall, 66C+. Samoa Joe's improving his performance skills. Another match just to really prove Samoa Joe's dominance. He fought Anderson enough, thought it was time to give him somebody else, so we gave him MVP. And he continues this winning run as we try and push him and continue his momentum. Bully Ray and Joey Ryan are, from a tasteful camera angle, shown next to each other using the urinals in the men's bathroom. Looking across briefly, Joey Ryan foolish remarks about the size of his co-worker's manhood, prompting Bully Ray to assault him, and as soon as the pair finish their business, Bully Ray slams Joey Ryan against the wall before throwing him straight through the side of a nearby toilet cubicle. Bully Ray then makes sure to wash his hands before leaving. So kind of a comedy segment here, because that's the kind of thing Joey Ryan would do in this situation. Bully Ray, taking none of his crap, decides to just attack him. Continues the storyline between the Dudleys of Team 3D and the Hollywood Supernovas, and it gets a 70C+, so they will face each other at the pay-per-view. Disappointed with this, I just can't get anything good out of Jeff Hardy. I just don't know what it is. I really need to try and ditch the Jeffro character and bring it back as Jeff Hardy, but I'm going to keep him on TV to just continually keep his popularity up. But in about, that featured great action and a good crowd. Chris Hero defeated Jeffro in 9:13 by pinfall with a death blow, 61C. Jeffro's improving his performance skills, but this is all about keeping Chris Hero over, and then Jeff Hardy just continues to struggle and flounder in TNA. After the match, it's something different. Kurt Angle is in the ring with Bobby Lashley and Adam Cole just to present a contract signing for their upcoming match. Bobby Lashley signs the agreement, then Adam Cole blindsides him. Adam Cole signs with the blood of Bobby Lashley. Basically going to go away Cole against Lashley, #1 contendership match. Winner faces CM Punk at the February pay-per-view. I don't know why I said September there. Obviously because Rollins won't be here, so it'll be one of those two again, and the pay-per-view is still yet to be named. It was previously Battle of Britain last year, but we'll look to change that, and we'll probably go with No Surrender, but I'm unsure at the moment. So the winner of that will face the winner is CM Punk and Seth Rollins, which obviously probably going to be CM Punk. I did just give that away, but I think it's fairly obvious. I'm not going to give it to a WWE star. Then CM Punk is in the ring talking about how good he is. He gets a 92A. CM Punk promo for that cheap rating. Not as good as last week, which is disappointing, but I had to go with it again after last week. And about the featured great action and average heat, CM Punk defeated Morrison in 21-24 by pinfall with a go to sleep. CM Punk makes defence number 3 of his TNA World Heavyweight title. Just thought I'd make it the title to add some prestige to it. Great chemistry between them again. Punk improving flying skills, Morrison's improving technical skills, and there are just a very few negatives. But I just thought with the way it was last week, I had to go with the match again just to get that decent rating and hopefully pushes on. Hoping for a good final segment. Just CM Punk comes to the interview. He says to Seth Rollins, "I've beaten you once, I'll beat you again for the title this Sunday." It's a good way to sell the pay-per-view because Seth Rollins couldn't be here because he only got one appearance left, and that's the 83B+. CM Punk with a good performance. Just the cold crowd is only negative. Hopefully this should get an 80+. That matchup, getting a 79 might not help, but we'll see now. Click next. Moment of truth. 78B, not amazing, but it did increase our popularity in one region, so small improvement, not great. You know, I think the main event should have hopefully delivered better than it did, and maybe even the sub-main event, Hero versus Jeffro, but not too bad. This is, again, we're growing. We're not getting any smaller as a company. It just means come the pay-per-view, which I'm sure we will, we need to deliver. But having Jericho and Seth Rollins available for that should help us, and I'd like to think that we'll be fine and that one step closer, as I keep saying, to National. So we'll just let this run up. Let's get the random profile of Eddie Venom. Let's see what the news is. Impact Wrestling, we really struck gold with the show, so they're happy with that. I don't think there's anybody there we can really look to sign. Nope. Momentum's 82. We lost another. Well, we still haven't lost money yet, that'll come at the next thing. I'm probably going to lose a good bit of money, I think. Anyway, Impact Wrestling down to an 868. It's a good drop for last week, but still decent. You know, it's still a high rating, so nothing too negative there. And with the size, again, just continuing to get that wee bit closer to becoming national. So the card so far, which of course is subject to change, but I'm looking at Adam Cole versus Bobby Lashley, Chris Hero versus Chris Jericho, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, Mia Yim versus Amazing Kong for the Knockouts title, and Team 3D versus the Hollywood Supernovas. You're also looking at probably Hawkins versus Austin Aries for the Central Championship, and Ricochet defending his X Division Championship. So hopefully, as I say, Genesis 2 days away, we have a good show. Hopefully we can get an 80+ rating there and really kick on and deliver. So thanks for watching this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, it would be deeply appreciated. If you get any comments, please drop them in the comments section. Until next time, guys, this is 21 Maxwell, and I'll speak to you real soon. Bye bye.